I've been on enough cruises to know when someone's about to get their wallet cleaned out. And if you're planning your first cruise, the sharks are already circling. Stick around because I'm going to show you exactly how to keep your money where it belongs. In your pocket, not theirs. Hey there, welcome back to Cruise Insider Channel. Today we're talking about the 7 biggest mistakes first-time cruisers make. And I'm not talking about forgetting your sunscreen or wearing socks with sandals, though please don't do that either. I'm talking about mistakes that'll cost you hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars. The kind that make you wish you'd watched this video before you booked. Now, I've made some of these mistakes myself, so I'm speaking from painful experience here. Let's dive in. Before we get started, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. I put out new cruise tips every week, and trust me, the next video is going to save you even more money. Mistake number 1, the drink package trap, the unlimited beverage package. Sounds like a dream, right? Drink all you want, never see a bill. Here's the reality check. Unless you're planning to drink like you're back in college, and at our age, that's just asking for trouble, you're probably throwing money away. Most cruise lines charge 50 to 70 bucks per person per day for these packages. On a week-long cruise, that's $350 to $500 per person. And here's the kicker, if you're sharing a cabin, both of you have to buy it. So if your wife only has a glass of wine with dinner while you're planning to live it up, you're both paying full price. Let's do the math. A cocktail on board runs about $12 to $15. To break even, you'd need to knock back 5 or 6 drinks every single day. Are you really going to have 6 margaritas before dinner every night? Because I tried that once in Cozumel, and let me tell you, it wasn't pretty. Here's my advice, pay as you go for most people. And here's a pro tip, most cruise lines let you bring a bottle of wine per person on embarkation day. Pack that bottle, you just saved yourself 60 bucks right there. You're welcome. Mistake number 2, overpriced shore excursions. I get it, it feels safe. The ship won't leave without you if your tour runs late. Everything's organized, but you're paying double, sometimes triple what you'd pay booking independently. Real example, Caribbean snorkeling trip through the cruise line, 95 bucks. Same exact trip, same reef, same equipment booked with a local operator at the port, $40. That's over $100 saved for 2 people on one excursion. Multiply that across several ports and you're looking at serious money. Now, I'm not saying never book through the ship. For complex excursions, glacier tours in Alaska, remote adventures, the cruise line makes sense. But for popular Caribbean or Mediterranean ports, you can do better. Here's what I do. Use the cruise line's excursion list as research. See what's available. Then search online for the same activities with local operators. TripAdvisor, Viator, even Facebook groups for specific ports. And honestly, some ports are so walkable you don't need a tour at all. Nassau, Bermuda, most European ports, just walk off the ship and explore. Congratulations, you just saved another $100. Mistake number 3, forgetting cash. This might sound old-fashioned, but hear me out. Not bringing cash is a mistake. I know it's 2025, who carries cash anymore? But on a cruise, skipping cash actually costs you money. First, there's tipping. Yes, they auto-add gratuities to your bill, 16 to 20 bucks per person per day, but those tips get spread around the entire crew. If you had an exceptional cabin steward or waiter, you'll want to tip them directly. These folks work incredibly hard. I bring $50 to $100 in small bills just for this. But here's where it really matters. In port, Caribbean and Mexican markets, cash only. Taxis, they strongly prefer cash. And if you're shopping local markets, cash gives you negotiating power. Ever try bargaining with a credit card? Doesn't work. Bring at least $150 to $200 in cash. Keep it in your cabin safe. Trust me, it prevents situations where you're forced to overpay or miss out entirely. Mistake number 4, specialty restaurant overload. Yes, some specialty restaurants are fantastic, but here's what you need to remember. You've already paid for food. Really excellent food in the main dining room, at the buffet, even room service. But cruise lines are masters at FOMO. They'll email you before the cruise. Reserve your spot at the Italian steakhouse. Don't miss our celebrity chef restaurant. Next thing you know, you've pre-booked 4 specialty dining experiences at 40 to 75 bucks per person each. That's $300 to $600 on top of food that's already included. My approach? Pick 1, maybe 2 specialty restaurants for the entire cruise. Make them special occasions. Your anniversary, a milestone birthday, but don't book one every other night. And here's insider information. The main dining room food is genuinely excellent now. Cruise lines have seriously upped their game. You can order multiple appetizers, try different entrees, no restrictions. Plus, many ships have complimentary specialty venues first-timers don't even know exist. Royal Caribbean has Mexican cantinas and burger joints included. Princess has pizza places and 24-hour international cafes, all complimentary. Before you drop $200 on reservations, explore what's already included. Your wallet will thank you. Mistake number 5, the cell phone disaster. This is the one that absolutely devastates people. Using your cell phone without airplane mode. I cannot stress this enough. People come home to cell phone bills in the thousands, not hundreds, thousands. Here's what happens. Your ship sails into international waters, your phone connects to the ship's satellite network, and every text, every email notification, every app updating in the background is racking up charges at $10 to $15 per megabyte. One couple browsed Instagram for 20 minutes at sea, $800 bill. Another person's phone auto-updated apps overnight, $1,200 surprise. These are real stories. What you do the moment you board, turn on airplane mode immediately. Then you can turn Wi-Fi back on separately if you need it. Most cruise lines offer Wi-Fi packages, $15 to $30 a day, but at least you know what you're paying up front. Better yet, use the cruise to disconnect. Download movies and books before you board. Watch the sunset. Have actual conversations. You don't need to post everything to Instagram in real time. Pro tip, screenshot your airplane mode setting right when you activate it. If there's ever a dispute with your carrier, you've got proof. Mistakes number 6, skipping proper travel insurance. Not all insurance is equal. The basic stuff cruise lines offer often only covers very specific situations. You need cancel for any reason coverage. It costs more, 8 to 10% of your trip, but it actually protects you. And make sure it covers medical emergencies at sea. If you need an airlift to a hospital, you could be looking at 6 figures in medical bills. Buy from third-party companies like Allianz or TravelGuard. Read the policy carefully. It feels like an unnecessary expense until you need it. Then it's the best money you ever spent. Mistakes number 7, flying in the same day your cruise departs. I know you're trying to save on a hotel, but flight delays happen, weather happens, misconnections happen. Any of these, and you're watching your ship sail away while you're stuck at the airport, and the cruise line won't refund you. Fly in at least one full day before. Yes, it's an extra hotel night, $100 to $200, but that's insurance against losing thousands. Use credit card points if you've got them. The peace of mind alone is worth it. Let's recap. Calculate before buying Drake packages. Book excursions independently. Bring cash. Limit specialty restaurants. Use airplane mode. Get proper insurance. Fly in early. Follow these 7 tips and you'll save $500 to $2,000 easily. That's money for your next cruise, or maybe finally upgrading to that balcony cabin. And here's the thing, you're saving money on these mistakes, but you still want to get the best price on your cruise, right? Well, cruise pricing is its own game, and it's more complicated than you think. I just put together a video breaking down why MSC cruise prices seem absolutely insane right now and the real reason behind it. Trust me, you need to watch that before you book anything. I'll link it in the description and put it on screen right now. If this helped you, hit that like button and drop a comment. Are you a first-timer planning a cruise? Seasoned cruiser with your own tips? Let me know below. Until next time, happy cruising and keep that wallet safe out there.